sucks. Your shit fucking sucks. Can't believe this shit.
Alright, okay. Hey guys, what's up? This is LakaiHD and Jummblez.
What's up, buddy?
We're starting this commentary again because the first time we did it, my sound recorder stopped working right at the very end of the commentary, and it was flawless.
It was honestly probably the best commentary we've ever recorded.
Fuck!
Right in the face, this Windows sound recorder device slapped us right in the face. He cocked his pimp hand back, hit us right in the mouth.
Alright, so we have a story today, and the story involves the police.
Not really the police. It was a fake police.
It was a guy saying he called the police, but he fucking lied.
Okay, so here's the story. I'm going to start it off nice and lay down the groundwork for you. We had a friend over. And by we, I mean we were all at Dylan's house, and this girl got done work. So we were like, why don't you just come hang out with us? So she was like, that sounds cool. Down. So she came over. And when she came over, we got for the time that she had to be home. We were already late. So we kind of like speedily walked her home. Got her home kind of really late.
It was like 1:30, 2?
Yeah, kind of. She had to be home at like 11 or something.
Yeah.
Right when she got done work, she was supposed to be home. But then, basically when we were walking her home, I decided that it would be a good idea for me to wear a paintball mask. And then I got scared, so I didn't wear it. But Lakai took the paintball mask. And Lakai's going to tell you what happened after we got her home.
Alright, so we got her home, and I had the paintball mask on. I had my hood on. All that stuff. I kind of looked like a badass. We were walking down the street, like down the same street that the girl lives on. And I jumped into a bush. And I jumped into it twice, and like nothing happened. Like it was like a huge like bush in front of some guy's house, like right near the road. Jumped on it twice. It just like kind of like threw me off, like no big deal. And stopped throwing pens around. And then the third time I went to go jump into the bush, I leapfrogged over the fire hydrant into the bush, and I landed like in the seam of a bush, like where two bushes come together, and the bush collapsed completely and broke, and got up, and all four of us, the group of the guys that I was with, we all started running because we thought it was hilarious, and got up the street, and let Jummblez take over.
Well, basically when we got up the street, our friend AJ, Hershey95, just stopped randomly in the middle of the street and went pee. Just took a random pee in the middle of the street. So me and Lakai were just standing all awkward, and JR, who's Lakai's older sister's boyfriend, and he was just standing there awkward. And then when AJ got done his pee, he kept walking, and the car came up, and Lakai, tell him what you did.
Alright, well, I had the paintball mask on, I had my hood on, like I said before, and the car came up kind of slowly, so I like approached it, like with my hand behind my back, like joking around, like I had a gun, and the car kind of like sped up down the road, and turned around in the driveway, so we all started running. We ran like kind of around a corner, and then like around another corner, because there was like two corners right side by side, and AJ and JR ran up beside a house, and they were pretty hidden. They were back in like a dark corner, and me and Matt were walking down the road, and Matt, take over.
Well, when we got kind of halfway down the road, I guess, the car came around the one corner, and then just pretty much sat there with his light shining down the road on me and Lakai, so that we were illuminated, big word, and then while we were illuminated, we just kept walking, and the car was right beside AJ and JR, but didn't actually know, so he didn't like stop and say anything to them. But when we got around the corner, because the street was kind of like an L shape, the car kind of rolled up really fast on us and pretty much pulled up and said that he saw us through his window, jump into his bush, but Dylan, or Lakai, thought that he said we broke his window, and Dylan said he didn't break his window. And then he said, no, he saw us from his window, jumped to his bush. And then he told us that the cops were called, and Lakai, what happened after that?
We all met up, like, after he pulled away, we all met up again, like, the four of us. And we ran as fast as we could through the park. We ran, like, in the dark areas, so, like, we weren't seen. Ran all the way down, like, the back roads and everything. Got all the way to my house. And me and JR, we threw on our police scanners on our iPod and his phone. And we just listened to that for, like, an hour or two. And there was no police, like the police scanner wasn't going off at all, and so basically the guy bullshitted us, scared the shit out of us, but it was a really good night, it was really funny, And any last words before this wraps up?
Follow me on Twitter at Jummblez, aka Twitter. Thanks, guys.
All the links will be in the description for Jummblez Twitter, Hershey, or also AJ, his YouTube link. And this has been LakaiHD and
Jummblez.
And we're out, guys. Peace.